Sure. My name is Seth Mnookin, and I am the director of the graduate program in science writing at MIT. I'm also a journalist and an author, and my work over the past decade or so has been across a number of different areas, but has included a fair amount of work on viruses and vaccines, and the study of the spread of viruses.
Great. So can you tell a little bit more about how your expertise is helping you understand the current situation?
Sure. So I think the one thing that has been clear about this is that we are learning about this virus as this outbreak is occurring. And so one thing that studying these issues has really helped me with is understanding when information that we get is preliminary and when we should sort of wait to get more information, and when the information that we're getting is something that looks to be more reliable and will stand up over time.
And of that information that you're taking in, what do you feel is, how do you know when something is reliable, or how do you know when that's information we should pay attention to?
Sure. So one thing I always look for is, let's say it's a study about the percentage of people that require hospitalization, the percentage of people who've been infected that need to go to the hospital. So one thing I look for is how many studies have been done. So if this is a study that just is taking place in one city or one area or one hospital, that doesn't really tell me a lot other than that's what's going on in that one city. But once we start getting studies from a number of different cities in a number of different countries, and those all start to say the same thing, then I feel like that's information that I can rely on more. So for instance, we've seen already that the progress of the disease in Italy is very different than it is in a lot of other places. It's affecting people in different ways. And while we still don't know necessarily why that is, what we do know is that the disease is progressing in different ways. And so when we were getting data just out of China or just out of Italy, those were situations in which I knew that I wanted to wait until we had more information to draw any sort of big conclusions.